Hey, good afternoon. Guess who? Yep, Coach Prieto. Do you miss me? Oh, I do miss you. And I miss, everybody in the school, especially the students. And of course, the teachers, cafeteria people, staff, everybody who is, belongs to the Memorial family, like we all are. Now, we are on times that our Memorial family somehow needs to keep ourselves apart, but somehow we also find a way to be together, even if in a virtual way, meaning we away from each other, but we close because we can see each other on videos through the phone, and we always keep in touch, like every family, every good family does. There's some difficult times right now, you know that. There's coronavirus going on around it and made people really sick. But we also have the way to still stay healthy. And the way the government and the people who know doctors, everybody who knows anything about this, are letting us know is they say, okay, stay home. Don't start, going around with people. Don't start touching, other people or other places, and we keep ourselves healthy and safe. Remember, wash your hands every time you touch any other surface. Every time, wash your hand at least for 20 seconds. You can sing happy birthday a couple times, and just be healthy. You can always also, go out and walk maybe for a while, maybe 10, 15 minutes, always under adult supervision. But don't spend too much time outside, especially if it's, a lot of people around you. It's not safe to do that. Okay? So we can always be back at the school as soon as possible, and hopefully it will be soon enough. Okay? And I can't wait to see you guys. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to read part of this book. It's called Iggy de Iguana by Melissa Williams. Melissa Williams went to art school, I would say about 5 years, maybe it's 10 years ago. And she read part of this book for us. And I really like this book because it has special surprise. And I'm going to tell you what it is. You're going to find out when I'm reading. And I hope hopefully you will like this. Okay? Okay, called Iggy Iguana, like I say, by Melissa Lewis. Williams, I'm sorry. She even signed it for me. That see, she even signed it for me. That was nice. Like 2009. That's when she went. Ooh, that's 10 years ago. 10, almost 20 years. Almost 11 years ago. First chapter is called Morning Butterflies. Morning Butterflies, Chapter 1. Iggy recognized the aroma of sauteed spinach and mushroom coming from downstairs as he nervously washed his face and combed his spines. On this particular morning, Iggy would have much rather crawl back in bed. For some reason, he had lost his appetite for his favorite meal of the day. As the tired iguana tiptoed down to the kitchen, he carefully held his long, clumsy tail in one hand. Waking up his little sister, Molly, on the wrong side of the bed will be a morning tragedy. Molly was known for throwing major temper tantrums. Iggy sat down and stared hopelessly at his breakfast. What is wrong, son? Asked his mother when she noticed Iggy hadn't touched his favorite dish. Aren't you feeling well? Mom, what if I'm the only iguana in my class? Honey, are those butterflies fluttering around in your tummy again? Oop, I guess, admitted the child lizard. It's natural to be nervous about your first day at new school, Mrs. Green said, trying to comfort her son. I know, but what if everyone is bigger than me? What if I'm allergic to furry animals? Sweetie, you can go to an all literature school forever, his mom laughed. Why not? Because it's time for you to meet animals who are different than you. Now try to eat some breakfast so you will have enough energy to concentrate on your lessons. Iggy had attended the same elementary school all his life in a suburban area outside Houston called Harris County. He never had to worry about making new friends because he attended a school with the same 12 lizards ever since pre-K. Iggy considered this group of lizards to be more like family than friends. The idea of making new friends was terrifying for the reserved iguana. Remember, you remember when your first day of school? I mean, very, very, very first day when you were in pre-K. I bet you were nervous too, but that's okay. It's nothing, there's nothing wrong with being nervous a little bit. But then you all got used to it. You all got used to your teacher. In our school, for example, Miss Huerta, Miss Bryan, you all got, used to your new friends. You meet new friends every day in the playground. You sit down together in the cafeteria on the same table, and you start talking about things that you like to do and all that, and all the nervous all of a sudden goes away, and then you can't wait to go to school the next day. See, it's always happens, so it's okay. As Iggy began to eat his green meal, the back door swung wide open. Iggy perked up to the side of his dad, bouncing in with a huge, open-mouthed smile on his face. "Good morning, champ," said his dad. "Hi, Dad. How was your morning run?" "It was nice, but a bit humid. I think I got bit." "By a mosquito?" he asked. "Yeah, but I can't complain. I can take the Houston humidity and bugs for these flat trails any day. Besides, sons, we're lizards. We like this heat." Mr. Green was a professional runner. Iguanas are known for their speed and great running legs. Mr. Green's daily life revolved around racing. He trained at Memorial Park and coached other runners on the side. The Green family had to move into the city so that he could be closer to the training grounds. Iggy wanted to be an athlete just like his dad one day. See, he's training in Memorial Park. Who knows where Memorial Park is? Right there on our backyard. We're neighbors. That's the reason our school is called Memorial Park, right? Because we're so close. We almost in Memorial Park, I would say. We're lucky though, because it's a beautiful park to be next to. Just as Iggy started to forget his butterfly problem, his mom walked over to the table and said, "I bet your dad was nervous on the day of the first race," as she handed her husband a glass of water. "I would say nervous and excited at the same time," chuckled Mr. Green. Yet the butterflies were back, and she's nervous, Dad. "Well, of course you're going to be a little skittish. It's that fear of the unknown, but it's a good fear. It means you are alive and full of healthy energy, son." Fear of the unknown, it sounded like Iggy's dad was talking about a mission to space or something. No, fourth grade. That was what she weren't helping this time. After breakfast, Iggy's mom dropped him off at the school, which was right down the street. "Just be yourself, honey. You're such a likable lizard." It really didn't pain Iggy's mom to watch her son in such an uncomfortable situation. Memorial Elementary. Remember the surprise I told you? This is it. Memorial Elementary. Read across the front of the school door as he slowly crept through the entrance. He came to Memorial Elementary, and he was nervous, just like you guys. Due to the slowness of his creeping, Iggy didn't have enough time to get his long tail all the way inside before the door closed. "Ouch!" screamed Iggy. He turned around, trying to shake his tail loose before someone noticed his clumsy move. "Are you okay?" asked a voice from behind. Great, he did have a witness. Iggy slowly looked up to see a beautiful lime green and tan lizard. "Hi," she said. "I'm Elizabeth. I know how it feels to get your tail stuck in the door." Iggy was a bit tongue-tied as he searched for something to say back. "That wasn't my first time either," he shrugged. "I'm Iggy, the iguana." "Wow, your tail is so long," Elizabeth gasped as he looked down to see if his tail wasn't hurt. See, that's Iggy the iguana right here. See? Iggy self-consciously pulled his tail close to his body, trying to hide his length. "I hate dragging this useless thing around all day." "I heard you," laughed Elizabeth. "So what grade are you in, Iggy?" "Me? He paused. "Fourth." "Me too," she smiled. Iggy quickly added, "And today is my first day at this school." Elizabeth tried to put the fidgety iguana at ease. "Oh, you love it here. Everyone is so nice, and it's true, it's Memorial Elementary. Everybody's nice, everybody's a family, so there's no reason to be nervous, but it happens." As Iggy looked around, he noticed the clock on the wall. "We don't want to be late on the first day of school." "It's okay, we don't have to walk far," Elizabeth reassured him. Both lizards started walking toward the fourth grade classroom. Iggy was happy that he had already made a new friend, and she was a lizard. It was nice to have something in common. Hopefully, the rest of animals will be just as friendly. Chapter 2, I'm changing colors again. See if we can read chapter 2. We have enough time to do that. We want to do our best. As the two reptiles approached the door to their classroom, Iggy's mouth dropped to the ground when he spotted the teacher. He had never seen such an animal. He kind of looked like a reptile and yet like an amphibian too. Possible a frog, but not small like a frog. He looked more like a toad, but with horns. The normal toad had a horn and spikes all over his body. He even had 3 tall horns on the top of his head. He looks mean, Elizabeth whispered in Iggy's ear. I would say I thought I met yet every type of lizard at my old school. I don't think he's a lizard, responded Elizabeth. Then what is he? Iggy asked. Come on in, children. No need to leave your mouth on the floor, the horn toad said in a monotone voice. The two lizards hadn't realized their mouths were still open. Find your name on your desk and have a seat, he grunted. The desks were sectioned off in groups of 4. Iggy paced around the room, looking down for his name until he bumped heads with Elizabeth. Their desks were in the same group and right next to each other. Ouch, she squeaked. Sorry, are you okay, Elizabeth? Yeah, I guess we're both pretty clumsy, huh? She said while rubbing her forehead. Iggy's head lowered, realizing Elizabeth had already picked up on his clumsiness. You can call me Liz, all my friends do. Iggy noticed the wave of heat rushing to his cheeks as he started to blush. Did he seriously just make a new friend already? As Iggy took his seat, he noticed a quiet brown bus turtle sitting across from him. Iggy decided to exercise his newly emerging social skills, even though his face was still hot from excitement. What's your name? Iggy asked with a bit of a shaky voice. Hey man, my name's Snapshell. The turtle spoke with an unfamiliar surfer accent that Iggy never expected. Iggy was used to hearing more of a country drawl from being around Texas lizards all his life. Cool, I'm Iggy. The lizard tried to match the turtle's laid-back tone. So where are you from, Snap? Here and there. I lived for the coast for a year. California? Cool. Nah, man, just Galveston. Oh, Iggy replied with a bit of disappointment. He had been to Galveston with his family, but wasn't that impressed with the beachfront, not to mention all the dead jellyfish wash up on the shore. Who's been to Galveston? I've been to Galveston. I think it's beautiful. I really like it. You know, especially when you go in the summertime and it's hot, you go, jump in the water, swim, eat because they have really good restaurants out there in Galveston. I think it's nice. I mean, it's not the West Coast beach, man, but the ocean is the ocean. It's all about the spirit of the wave, dude. Man, the Snap was deep. Iggy shook his head, pretending that he understood. At least the shell necklace around the turtle's neck started to make some sense now. You were in my class last year, Liz whispered from across her desk. Right on. I was hoping you'd remember me, the box turtle said with a smile. Man, I wonder if this horn dude is as mean as he looked. Snap lowered his voice. Huh, we were just saying the same thing. I don't remember him from last year, Liz said, shaking her head. As the 3 reptiles continued their discussion, more animals started coming into the classroom. Iggy was amazed to see the variety. A couple of puppies, a monkey, a pig, a rabbit, a snake, a crab, and then out of nowhere, a big black cat plopped down across the table from Liz. Kit Kat's the name. Kit Kat, K-Cat. And that's cat with a K. Kit Kat was a confident kind of fellow with a lot of long black hair and a bit overweight. Even as a cold-blooded reptile, Iggy could only imagine how hot a fur coat like that must be in the summertime. Remember this term, cold-blooded reptile or cold-blooded animal. We're going to talk about it later, okay? If you forget, after the reading, that's okay, that's your homework. I want you to tell me what a cold-blooded animal is and why it's called like that. Nice to meet you, Kit Kat, said the group, introducing themselves to the cat. Everyone's introduction were brought to a halt when the scary horned toad marched his way to the front of the class, his walk resembling that of a bulldog, big dog. Now, class, the big old horned tombstone changed to the strong, booming voice of a sergeant. I'm your new principal, Mr. Horn. What? The principal in our class? The first day of school? Iggy's thoughts were so loud that he looked around to see if Lisa heard him. All of Iggy's nerves started to reactivate. He suddenly had a stomachache. Iggy looked up, stunned to see Kit's cat hand already raised. Wow, that cat is pretty bold. The one thought to himself. Yes, what is it? The principal looked down at the Kit Kat with an annoying look in his eyes. So where's our teacher? Asked the curious cat. I was getting to that. Principal Horn paused and looked the cat up and down. What is your name? Kit Kat, K-Cat with a K. Kit Kat answered, sitting straight up in his chair. How nice. Anyhow, your teacher had an emergency situation and will be back tomorrow. So I will be your substitute for today. Now, get out a sheet of lined paper, Principal Horn instructed as he marched back to his desk. Iggy couldn't help but let out a yawn. He felt like crawling back in bed, or maybe even under a rock, after listening to Principal Horn. Oh, a nice hot rock on the beach, standing between his long toes. But Iggy's daydream was interrupted by a dark shadow coming from behind him. He gulped and yawned. When an enormous hand landed on his shoulder, he turned around to the sound of the Principal Horn breathing deeply through his nose holes. Did you miss my instructions? Iggy looked around to see everyone already writing. He had missed what Principal Horn had said while daydreaming. Iggy could feel his eyes getting moist. Please don't cry, he told himself. Not in front of my new friends. Ask your neighbor, he horn-toed grounded. Liz whispered, Iggy, write about what you did this summer. Thank Liz. As the class wrote about their summer vacations, Principal Horn slowly paced around the room. 45 minutes later, Principal Horn honked. Pencils down. Iggy, you will be first. Me? First for what? Iggy became frantic, as his anxiety frightened him into a stiff position. He could feel his cheeks getting hot. Oh no! Iggy could tell that he was changing colors again. He took in a gulp of air as his entire body started to take on a shade of crimson red. Don't look so nervous, Principal Horn said with a smug look on his face. Just read your story to the class. Oh, in front of everyone? Iggy gulped. Public speaking was the introverted Lizard's biggest nightmare. However, Iggy was a natural at reading and writing. Yes, and we don't have all day. Iggy jumped out of his seat, hitting Liz in the lip with his tail. The whole class broke out in laughter as Iggy started to blush again. Quiet, class. It was an accident. Please be careful with that thing, Principal Horn said while glaring at Iggy's tail. Sorry, he squeaked and walked to the front of the class. Iggy's hands started to tremble as he introduced his story. Iggy could barely get out the words, my summer vacation. A little louder, please. And stop rattling that paper. Iggy couldn't help but notice how many animals' eyes were focused on his face. He remembered an old trick that his dad taught him of stage fright. Suddenly, he envisioned everyone in the class sleeping, except Principal Horn. Iggy couldn't bear to imagine the big old toad sleeping. My summer vacation. This year, it was my turn to pick where my family should go. My little sister, Molly, wanted to go to a castle in Europe because she thinks she's a princess. Iggy noted his friend at the table started to giggle. No, seriously, she wears a crown and a gown. It is so. Is this part of your story? Principal Horn honked. Sorry. Well, I thought castles and fairy would be boring, so I picked Jamaica. I got to surf, parasail, and swim with dolphins. Iggy's paper had finally stopped shaking. My whole family went snorkeling, and Molly still had to wear floaties because she can't swim. She pouted every time my mom made her put them on. Just such a crybaby. I love the beach, and I can't wait to go back in 2 years. The end. That was a great story, Iggy. Iggy looked across the room to find his substitute teacher with a proud smile on his spiny mouth. Maybe Principal Horn wasn't so bad after all. The morning flew by, and before Iggy knew it, recess was right around the corner. Even as a fourth grader, recess is still proud to be the best part of the day. Some other teachers think so too, me included. Iggy got to hang out with his new friends and made a few more out on the playground. But by the end of the day, the animals were poop and ready to go home. Hey, Iggy, would you at least like to come over to my house to play after school tomorrow? Asked Snap as they walked to their lockers. Yeah, I will ask my mom tonight, Iggy said with excitement. Me too, Liz chimed in. She had never been to Snapchat's house. This was so cool. Iggy was actually part of the group. Remember at the beginning of the story how he felt? He had butterfly, he was nervous. Look now, he's, friends with everybody, he's in the group, he's doing fine. Hey, what about me? Kit Kat jumped into the conversation. Of course, dude, the more the merrier. Sorry, can't. I got a haircut tomorrow at 4, informed the cat as he took off to find his ride. I was wondering how that guy's live with all that hair, Iggy says while rubbing his curly arm. As the animals walked outside, Iggy spotted his mom and Molly waiting at the end of the sidewalk. Hey, you guys, look, Snipe pointed in Molly's direction. Who was that? Molly was wearing a veil, a pink tutu, and carrying a bouquet of flowers. Iggy rolled his eyes as the sight of her daily get up. How embarrassing, he thought to himself. See, that's the little sister, wearing a veil and a pink tutu, and she was only in kinder. I'll see you guys tomorrow. He would quickly walk away, hoping he won't have to explain his little sister. Nice knit. Iggy lifted up the fabric on top of Molly's head. She must have made the crafty-looking costume in kindergarten. It's a veil. I'm getting married in the morning. Here's your invitation. Don't be late. Molly handed Iggy the piece of pink construction paper with the flower petal glued to the outside. Ew, it's still wet, Molly. Keep it until it dries. Iggy grimaced while whipping his hand on the side of the tree. Fine, the little Disney spun around, causing her veil to fly over her head. She watched her veil delicately land onto the street as if it were a pair of angel wings. Then a monkey on a scooter ran over it. Ooh. My veil, Molly screamed. Someone catch that monkey. Iggy walked out to the street, shaking his head. He was used to Molly's drama, but he looked around to see if any of his friends had seen her ridiculous performance. Mrs. Green grabbed Molly by the hand so she wouldn't run out into the street after her brother. Iggy handed Molly her net when he returned to the curb. There is a tire mark on it, Molly groaned, nearly ripping her veil out of Iggy's hands. Well, clean it at home, dear, her mom said. Don't you want to ask your brother about his first day at school? Iggy was quick to answer. Mom, it was way better than I thought. I already had 3 really good friends. One is a lizard, like me, and the turtles love the beach, like me too. And the cat, well, he's nothing like me, but totally cool. Oh, and I had to read my story in front of the principal and the entire class. We get to meet our teacher tomorrow. And can I play at Snapchat's house tomorrow? It's right down the street. Slow down, son. Principal Snapchat? Where's your real teacher? No, Mom. Snapchat is my friend. Principal Horn was my teacher. Iggy corrected his mom. Horn? Molly butted in. Yeah, Horn. Okay, son. I'm glad you had such a great day. But maybe you should slowly explain all of this to me and your father over dinner. On the way home, Iggy was pretty sure his butterflies were gone for good. He couldn't wait for school tomorrow. See what happened? First day of school, he was nervous at the beginning of the day. At the end of the story, boom, he's good. There's only chapter 1 and 2 tomorrow. For the next video, I will read at least 2 more chapters, maybe 3. We see how it goes, and we see what happened with Iggy the Iguana at Memorial Elementary. Remember what I say. Stay safe, Stay healthy, and overall, stay home. Do not go outside. We need to stay home so we can be healthy and safe. I miss you, and I hope to see you really, really soon. Thank you. Bye bye.